Grand Rising. I want to get on here and make a quick video. I sat and thought about what I was going to say in this video, something I don't usually do. I usually let thoughts just come to me, and I just go from there. That's why some of my videos be like trying to catch on what I'm saying, or you do or you don't. But I'm going to keep it 100 and raw. First of all, so let me say my condolences goes out to Nolan's Wells family. This isn't the first incident, and unfortunately, it won't be the last incident. We, as a people of melanated features, right, we have to stop and realize that we are a root cause of a lot of the deaths that we deal with when it comes to outside races killing our people. We are the root cause. There's no one else to blame, in my opinion. There's no one else to blame but us. Okay, as an African American man that's been incarcerated once or twice in my life, and I think there's other guys that can also vouch for this. When you're dealing with the Latinos that's locked up, they are a race that stick together, no matter how outnumbered they may be or how majority they may be, they stick together. Whites, they stick together. No matter the numbers, they stick together. The African American race in the penitentiary don't stick together like people might think. And you have to talk to someone that's incarcerated to understand what I'm saying. We, even outside of incarceration, we are a selfish entity. We're very selfish. How do you respect, or how do you expect other races or other entities to respect us as a race, as a culture, when we don't respect ourselves? I don't care how long we've been here, first people or not, that doesn't matter at this point. I don't care what we have created, doesn't matter at this point. I don't care about slavery. It doesn't matter at this point. What matters is how we treat each other now, right? What matters is the music and the message in the music that we're putting out to our youth. That's what matters. It's the messages within these movies, within these series that's being put out. That's what matters. So if we're to change how people receive us, we have to change how we look at ourselves. We have to change the message that we're putting out about people with melanated skin. All right? We have to change about how we look out at Africans, African Americans, Israelites, Moors, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? We have to change the way we look at each other. And once we change the way we look at ourselves, then, and only then, will people see us differently. This is something that's been embedded in us for a long time. I don't care. You can look at religion. Religion is the same way. You have Islam that don't care for Christians. You have Christians that don't care for Islam. Vice versa. And both of these are big black entities. Excuse me for using that label. But both of these are big black entities. But yet, we still at each other. Can we come together and agree that we all pray to one God, that there's one creator? And I'm not talking about God, I'm talking about a creator. That there's one creator. Can we agree on that? And allow people to have their differences? You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be ugly. It doesn't have to mean we don't have to kill each other the way we do. And again, I have to go back to the music. I have to go back to the movies. I have to go back to the series. We glorify this. We glorify it. We glorify the pushing of drugs in our communities. We glorify the killing in our communities through music, through the movies, through the series. We glorify it. I'm in a state where the murder rate is high. I've been locked up with a lot of these young cats, and they don't care. It's like they have no concern about another person's life. It doesn't concern them. It doesn't matter to them. To take a body, to get a body, it's almost like you made it. You know what I'm saying? Who's watching this? Who's looking at this? Same people that you want to complain about, but you commit the act though, right? You commit the act, so it doesn't matter who's watching, right? It doesn't matter who's pushing the glorification of all this killing of black on black crime. It doesn't matter who's pushing the negative music in our communities, the one who got control of the industry. I guess that doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter these producers and screenwriters and so forth who's pushing all this negative stuff in our community. I guess that doesn't matter either. Oh, it only matters when they kill one of us, right? But it don't matter when we kill each other. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. We don't want to help each other. I don't care if that person got more than me. If that person in need at that time, that person got what I have. I don't care. You understand? But we want to be looked at differently, right? We want the killing against our people to stop. Well, how about we stop killing each other? And then maybe they'll see that we're something to reckon with. Instead of something to be called a nigger or to be laughed at while we jumping around here killing each other like monkeys, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're laughing at us. Because they no longer have to use the whip. They no longer have to use the whip. They no longer have to really get their hands dirty. Only when they want to, when it's convenient for them, when they have alternative motives. Then they'll get their hands dirty. But most of the time, they don't get there's no justice in that for us, right? How many officers then got off killing blacks? There's no justice in it for us. And our so-called black leaders, they only come out when they have to. Let's keep the peace. It ain't about keeping the peace. It's about not tearing up the motherfucking neighborhoods, and let's keep economy the way it is, and let's keep everything going the way it's going so they can continue to make money, right? Right? Because they really don't care about us. When it comes to us, we are the majority when it comes to spending, to the growth, to the economy. We spend more than anybody. Yeah, you got millionaires and you got all they spend all this big money, but when it comes to the way this operate, we are the ones. And mostly the urban community. And that's that's a stupid thing in itself. Most of us don't even have the money to buy all these name brand things, right? But yet we go get them. Why? Because they push it in our community? Because they push it on television? Because they push it in the music? Because they push it in the movies? And then you have to do what? You have to wait for the man to put some more money in your pocket. Or you got to go stealing, or you got to go do this. But this is what they're supposed to respect, right? If we are the chosen, we need to start acting like we're the chosen. Because I understand something. This is my opinion. And I'm going to say what I choose to say. Take it how you want it. This world was ordained to them. But with it being ordained, there's a time limit. There's a time limit. Because when it all reverts back to where it starts, it's going to be people of melanated color. All right? That's where it's going to go back to. So if you was those people, you would do everything in your power to make sure your bloodline, your race continue on as well. I get it. I get it. There's no racism in me at all. At all. I love all people. I would stand down and give my life for anyone of any color if need be. Let's change the way we see each other. And then people might change the way they look at us. Y'all stay blessed.